trials, remember his great hand. Know that he will sorrow through his master plan. He has loved all of you and has remembered every hair on your head. He will save his chosen few, just as he promised his covenant, just as he said. Do you, Israel? He has created the people and started the faith. Do you, Israel? The Lord has redeemed the whole earth for his holy name's sake. He called you from your slumber and sinning. He has provided a ram for your cleansing. Yeshua, our Passover lamb, sprinkled on the doorposts of all our hearts. Do you, Israel? Do you, Israel? Do you, Israel? He has created a people and started a faith. Do you, Israel? The Lord has redeemed the whole earth for his holy name's sake. Do you, Israel? He has created a people and started a faith. Do you, Israel? Hallelujah, Hallelujah, Shem, Adonai, Hallelujah, Abdi Adonai, Shem Adonai, B'chazrot, B'ed Eloheinu, Ki ani yadati, Ki gadol Adonai, Adonenu mikal Elohim, Ki ani yadati, Ki gadol Adonai, Adonenu mikal Elohim. Hallelujah, Ki tov Adonai, Zamru lismu ki naim, Ki Yaakov B'chalo ya Yisrael l'eskelato, Ki ani yadati, Ki gadol Adonai, Adonenu mikal Elohim, Ki ani yadati, Ki gadol Adonai, Adonenu mikal Elohim, Ki ani yadati, Ki gadol Adonai, Adonenu mikal Elohim, Ki ani yadati, Ki gadol Adonai, Adonenu mikal Elohim.
I'm gonna show you something. I think I
Yeshua, teach me not to judge others.
This is a different setting. I was doing some research between CBR and VBR. VBR is variable rate. It adjusts based on the movement. The other one is constant and doesn't adjust. So VBR, so you see that there's like a window. See, it's not set. And then I went to this encoder. They recommend HB264 instead of this. So this is a better encoder, and now it's going to adjust based on the movement. I'm hoping. If there's any problem, though, you need to let me know. If there's any issue, if you see like,
Take off the bag.
if you see, I will. But if you see this, you need to let me know. I'm not going to do it bad. You don't see it live, you see it on the recording.
For I know the hope I have in you will be enough. Teach me, Lord, your ways. I want to do the will of the Holy One. Help me to build my house me, Lord, to follow you. Yeshua, teach me not to go in the wide gate. Teach me to enter the narrow one. Teach me, Lord. Hear my cry, oh God, listen to my prayer. From the ends of the earth I call, hear me, I look for you. I long to dwell in your tent forever and take shelter in your wings. For you have heard my vows, and you have given me the heritage of those who fear you.
I made a mistake. Let me get over there.
To the rock that I can't reach, my refuge. I look to you. I long to dwell in your tent
I'll start a few minutes later.
forever and take shelter in your wings. For you have heard my vows, and you have given me the heritage of those who fear you.
You please try to keep it this way. Have it this way for a reason.
Everybody's backwards.
No, but just
My refuge, my refuge.
just do it for one service. 'Cause we may need to adjust things on here in terms of the recorder. So, and look, you see another sound? The sound is coming through here. Look, that audio monitor. Mariamne. Come on.
I am just a simple man, full of simple ways, needing love, needing hope, needing faith. Oh Lord, I struggle as I always try to stay in your will, in your heart, in your way.
Okay.
Teach me to hear your voice and listen to your heart. Tear down the walls I've put up that keep up.
Baruch Hashem Yahuwah. We don't have a radio connection yet.
Baruch Hashem.
Baruch Hashem Yahuwah. Welcome, welcome,
Boker
welcome.
Tov.
Would you please make sure that the radio is closed over there?
Over here?
Yeah, because I'm not
There's
getting.
nothing here for the radio.
No, all those are closed.
Yes.
All right, we're on Baruch Hashem Yahuwah. We're on radio and television. Baruch Hashem Yahuwah.
Estamos aquí en la radio y televisión.
Welcome,
Exaltado
welcome
sea el nombre de Yahuwah. Baruch haba, bienvenidos a todos
to our Yom Shemini service.
a nuestro servicio de Yom Shemini.
Got me on camera, right? And you want to just make sure it's not fluttering or anything weird on there. Okay. And if there is, just let me know. Baruch Hashem Yahuwah. So we're going to get into a extremely important topic for all real serious Talmidim.
Vamos a entrar hablando con un tema muy serio para todos nuestros Talmidim que están aquí para aprender seriamente.
But before we get started, I want to take this opportunity
Pero antes de iniciar, quiero tomarme esta chance
to wish the Showbers
para decirles a los Showbers,
Shobai.
a los Shobai,
Shobai.
Showberim.
Shobai means show by your good works.
Shobai quiere decir sus obras Tov.
So this it's not. Now you listen.
Yes?
It's not Shober.
Oh no?
Shobai.
Shobai.
Because
Well, they have an R. They should have an I.
they show.
AI.
Ay, tranquila. Huh? They show by their good works.
Oh, cool.
You see why Shobai is more Hebraic?
I like that.
Plus, it sounds closer to Shabbat. So,
Yes.
we want to wish them a wonderful, I don't know if it's 14 or 15.
12th.
Huh?
12th.
They're younger than I thought.
They're for
They're
one
puppies.
for the tribe each year for one of the tribes of Israel.
Yeah, they're puppies.
Son
You know what I'm gonna
pequeñitos.
give them for an anniversary present?
¿Qué le va? Dice, ¿sabe lo que le voy a dar para un regalo de aniversario?
They're for those of you who don't know, they're one of the first couples or the first couple to join our community.
Para que sepan, ellos son de las primeras
We were the first.
familias.
Yeah, but they were the first.
No, then they were the...
Who was the second? Another family that didn't stay?
Yeah. They don't count.
No, they don't count. They were the first
Okay,
family
of the current
to
family.
come and stay
Ajá. Son de la primera familia que vinieron y se
at
quedaron
Goshen B'Tzafon.
aquí en Goshen Batzafon.
And so they've been part of our ministry here and in Pennsylvania.
Y entonces han formado parte de nuestro ministerio aquí y en Pensilvania.
You could read part of their testimony on my
Y
timeline.
pueden leer parte de su testimonio ahí en mi
So,
página web de
They
Facebook.
they show by their changed lives.
Y ellos enseñan su emuná a través de sus vidas transformadas.
That they are seriously committed to what the Ruach is doing through this global ministry.
Que están seriamente comprometidos a través con lo que Yahuwah está haciendo con su Ruach a través de este ministerio.
So they're mere pups.
Así que son pequeñitos, apenas van
You said
comenzando.
12th wedding anniversary.
12 años de casados están cumpliendo
I thought
hoy.
it was more.
Well, they have more as working
They've been together for more than
because they have a 14-year-old, I believe.
Okay, but the point is that they're mere puppies. They're rookie.
Yeah.
They're rookies.
They are rookies.
So anyway, so what I'm going to do to give the show buys an anniversary present.
Y lo que voy a hacer para darles a los Shobai
Wanna
un
hear the
regalo
anni-
de aniversario.
You want to hear the anniversary present?
What is the anniversary present?
You want to hear?
I want to hear. I think everybody wants to hear.
I'm going to let them use my tree in the back. You know that last
What
remaining
does that mean?
the last remaining tree?
Dice que los va a dejar usar su árbol, el último
I'm
que
going to
queda.
let them put up a tire.
Oh,
Rueda.
really?
A tire. Translate, man. I'm going to
Va a
fire you.
dejarles poner una llanta.
Who?
A tire means llanta.
Are you calling my tree a yenta?
No, llanta.
That's not nice.
Well.
That's not nice. That's from Fiddler on the Roof.
Anyway,
Anyway, so we're gonna let them put up a tire on the yenta
Why?
for the children.
Well, you gotta make sure that the branches are firm and that they won't knock down
that's-
our fence.
That's his job.
No,
So we want.
first you gotta make sure that it doesn't
Anyway,
knock down the
I hope
fence.
you're not listening. So we want to wish you a happy and a healthy yenta.
Llanta.
I'm gonna give you a tree
Les vamos a dar un árbol
for your anniversary.
para su aniversario.
Hey, you know what? I'm a poet.
Wow, that's nice.
Tree for your anniversary.
A 3
Das ist wunderbar.
and 8.
So
Eight.
you said that's the 12th.
12.
12. We didn't
12
think
años de casados.
we didn't think they'd make it past their 5th or 6th.
I did.
We thought it would be a double homicide.
No, I thought they would make it.
I don't know about all
I
that.
have emuná. Yo pensé que sí triunfaría.
Back
Yo
in the
tengo
old days,
emuná.
it looked like there would be a double homicide.
No, they are besheret.
But you know when they finally were healed,
Ellos son designados por
they finally
Yahuwah.
healed when they realized they were both unfixable. So
When
they just accepted
they
each
figured
other.
out they were both broken.
That's right.
There's a song by
Shakira, we don't listen to Shakira.
not Shakira.
Don't bring her name in this
I
place.
didn't even say Shakira. You're thinking of Shakira.
This is a kadosh place.
Look, I was thinking of Casting Crowns, and it's a song that
Beautiful.
is, I forgot what the title is, but it's like something about both of them being broken. And like
Yes.
bringing their brokenness
Together
together.
and accepting it.
Yes, I love that song.
And that's the key to marriage.
Hay una entonación, una canción por una banda,
You
un
accept each other's
grupo
brokenness.
cristiano que se llama Casting Crowns y tienen una
appreciate.
canción que habla de traer las dos partes, las dos vasijas quebrantadas, uniéndolas y trayendo ese quebrantamiento
You're learning how to get
junto,
along
uniéndolo y así triunfando
without destroying your marriage.
sin destruir su convenio de bodas.
The easiest way to destroy your marriage
Y la manera más fácil de destruir
is
su convenio
take it upon yourself
es de asumir por ti mismo,
to change your partner,
de cambiar tu pareja,
change your spouse.
cambiar a tu esposo.
Because you'll get frustrated and then angry, which will lead to separation and divorce.
Porque te frustras, te enojas, lo que conduce a la separación y al divorcio.
So the first lesson that we have to learn about successful relationships in covenant Chatuna,
La primera lección que tenemos que aprender acerca de
marriage,
Chatuna,
Chatuna.
del
Say
convenio
that
de
with me.
casamiento.
Chatuna.
Chatuna
That's the Hebrew word for marriage.
es la palabra hebrea para el convenio de casamiento.
There is no Hebrew word for monogamy or polygyny.
No hay palabra hebrea para monogamia o poliginia.
Yahweh doesn't see any difference.
Yahuwah no ve ninguna diferencia.
Man sees difference.
El hombre ve la
That's why he
diferencia.
has the word Chatuna,
Y es por eso que él tiene la palabra Chatuna.
marriage. Is that we trust Yahweh to bring changes in us
Yahuwah trae este cambio trae estas cosas para traer cambio a nosotros,
to make us the spouse that the other person wants to be with.
para hacer en nosotros el esposo con quien alguien, el esposo o la esposa con quien alguien quiera estar.
So and then we take that to the spiritual plane,
Y luego eso lo llevamos al plano espiritual
and we have to ask ourselves the question:
y tenemos que hacernos la pregunta.
how's the brightness in the picture, Toe?
It's great.
So sometimes if it gets dark, you got to go and lift up
Looks fine to
the
me.
gain. You know what I'm saying. So the question is, if we're not obeying His Torah now,
La pregunta es que si no estamos obedeciendo su Torah en este
if we're not
momento,
obeying His instructions, not law, but His instructions on how to be a believer,
si no estamos obedeciendo sus instrucciones acerca de cómo ser un creyente,
then what makes you and I think
entonces, ¿qué te hace a ti y a mí pensar
that Yahuwah wants to spend eternity with
que Yahuwah
us?
quiere pasar la perpetuidad con nosotros?
In other words, this life is to change us and conform us by His Ruach,
En otras palabras, esta vida es para cambiarnos, transformarnos a través de su espíritu, su ruach,
so that we're the kind of Yahusha-like, molded and bred individuals
para que nosotros seamos el tipo de individuos moldeados, formados por Yahusha,
that He wants to be with.
que él, con los que Él quiere estar.
See, the believers play this religious game. Oh, do you want to live forever? Do you want to be with Yahusha in heaven forever?
Porque los religiosos juegan este juego. Oh, ¿quieres tú vivir para siempre? ¿Quieres tú vivir con Yahuwah para siempre?
But that's not really the question.
Pero esa realmente no es la pregunta.
The question is, from His house, His post office,
La pregunta
His P.O. box,
es que de su
His
casa,
porch,
de su dirección, de
looking
su
down,
ubicación, de su patio, viendo hacia abajo,
are you and I,
estás tú y estoy yo.
are you and I
Estás tú y estoy yo. Estamos tú y yo.
the kind of individual
¿O somos tú y yo el tipo de individuos
that reflects his light that he wants to be with.
Que
Did anybody
reflejamos
ever ask Yahweh?
el resplandor con el que Él quiere vivir para siempre. ¿Ha alguien preguntadole
If
a
you live like the
Yahuwah?
world, you smoke like the world, you smell like the world, you act like the world, why on earth would he let you pollute his habitation?
Si tú vives como el mundo, hueles como el mundo, fumas como el mundo, vives como el mundo, ¿para qué va a querer Él contaminar su habitación?
So, religion says, oh, don't you want to live forever with him?
Porque la religión pregunta, ¿qué no quieres tú vivir para siempre con Él?
Here's the question.
Pero aquí viene la pregunta.
If you were Yahweh,
Si tú fueras Yahuwah
and the conditions and the way we live,
y vemos las condiciones, la manera en que vivimos,
would you choose to live with you?
¿optarías tú vivir contigo mismo?
If you were Yahweh,
Si tú fueras Yahuwah, ¿vivirías contigo?
would you choose to live with you?
¿Vivirías tú contigo
In the
mismo?
rebellion and disobedience and double and triple mindedness.
En la rebelión, la desobediencia y el doble ánimo, triple ánimo con que constantemente batallas,
That you find yourself in today.
con el que hoy te encuentras.
Some of you don't know where you're coming or going, where you belong, where you're supposed to be, where you're supposed to be planted. You don't have a clue, man.
Algunos
You're
de
just as
ustedes-
clueless as you were without redemption and salvation.
Algunos de ustedes no tienen ni idea dónde tienen que estar, qué tienen que estar
I can't
haciendo,
live here.
cuál es su propósito. Están
I
más
know where I'm
perdidos.
supposed to be.
Están más perdidos de cuando primero comenzaron a caminar con Yahusha, pero yo sé que yo estoy supuesto a estar aquí. Yo
I
sé
can't
dónde tengo que
sell.
estar aquí. No puedo vender.
I can't abandon my post.
No puedo abandonar mi
I
puesto.
want to be buried in the back.
Quiero ser sepultado ahí atrás.
Where am I going?
¿A dónde me voy?
That's what it means to be planted.
Eso es lo que quiere decir, es ser sembrados,
Now people may
plantado.
come through this place like a turnstile.
Quizás la gente pase por aquí como si fuera una avenida de un paseo,
As they do in most assemblies.
como hacen en la mayoría de las asambleas,
And as they were doing all the way back in Yahushua's.
y como hacían también en los tiempos de Yahusha.
He said, eat my flesh and drink my blood.
Él les dijo, coman de mi carne, beban de mi sangre.
No Jew is going to partake in cannibalism because they know the Torah forbids cannibalism.
Ningún judío va a participar del canibalismo porque saben que Torah lo prohíbe.
This was a hard teaching.
Esta fue una enseñanza muy
Yeshua
difícil.
taught hard.
Yahusha enseñaba cosas
He
difíciles.
wasn't a game player.
Él no jugaba juegos.
He had a sense of humor,
Él tenía un sentido del humor,
but he didn't play games.
pero no jugaba juegos. No
And,
andaba
and
jugando
he said to
juegos.
the 12, they all left him.
Y le dijo a todos los 12,
Because
después de que todos
why
lo
did they leave
abandonaron,
him?
porque lo abandonaron.
Escúchame,
Escuchen,
in Brazil, turn off the football.
en Brasil apaguen el
En este
juego de
momento,
fútbol.
turn off the football.
Apaguen el juego de fútbol.
And listen to me.
Y escúchenme.
They all left over this doctrine
Todos se fueron por causa de esta
to
enseñanza.
eat the whole wheat unleavened bread, his flesh.
De comer el lejem, pan de trigo integral, sin levadura, como su
Because
carne.
they didn't understand he wasn't teaching cannibalism. He was teaching that they had to eat the bread that was not human.
No entendían que él no estaba enseñando el canibalismo, sino que estaba enseñando que tenían que comer el lejem, el pan que no es humano.
But they misunderstood his teaching.
Pero ellos mal
His heart,
entendieron su
his mission.
entendimiento, su enseñanza, perdón, su corazón, su misión.
And we're going to find a normal rabbi that doesn't teach that you have to eat his fingers in order to get into paradise. We're going to find a rabbi who teaches that you don't have to eat his fingers.
Se dijeron, vamos a buscar a un rabino que no enseña que vamos a tener que comernos sus dedos, su carne, su ser.
You follow what I'm saying?
¿Entienden lo que estoy diciendo?
They didn't want any part of it.
No querían parte de ello.
And rightfully so.
Y correctamente.
So they took themselves away from life and the giver of life and the ha'uah, the breath of life.
Y entonces se quitaron de su
We learned
presencia,
yesterday.
del origen de la vida, de la Jawá, como ayer aprendimos.
Ha'uah, the breath
Hawah.
of life.
El respiro, el soplo de
He
vida.
breathed ha'uah
El soplo Jawá
into man's body.
en el cuerpo de la
Man became a
humanidad.
living
Y
nefesh,
se hizo el hombre un nefesh, un ser
a
viviente.
living fresh soul.
Un ser, un alma fresca, viviente.
So, because they thought they understood what Adon Yahusha was
Y
teaching.
por cuanto ellos entendieron lo que el Adon Yahusha estaba enseñando,
But they completely missed it.
pero completamente
Misunderstood.
malentendieron,
They saw him as a pagan,
lo vieron como un pagano,
not as Adon Yahusha,
no como el Adon Yahusha,
the master of heaven and earth.
el soberano de los Shamaim, la
With the
tierra
keys of
y
David.
los firmamentos.
You follow me?
Amén.
So out of all of them,
Así que de todos ellos,
hundreds,
cienes,
they went down to 70.
se bajó el número a
And there were
70.
only 12 left, one for each tribe of
Y
Israel.
solo quedaban 12, uno para cada tribu de Israel.
Where do we read about this?
¿En dónde leemos esto?
Very good. In Yochanan chapter, let me check my notes. Ready?
Yohanan.
chapter
Estoy chequeando mis notas. Yohanan,
6.
capítulo 6.
Don't check me, it's there.
Ahí está.
Yochanan, she's going to check me out.
No, I'm not going to check it.
Why are you checking me
I
out?
thought
You're
we were
supposed to be
going
working
there. I am.
for me. Don't cross any lines with me.
Excuse me?
Check me out. I don't want women checking me out. Just do what
That's told.
do what you're told. I'm going to fire you.
This is a hostile work environment.
Absolutely. Harassment.
I
big
don't
time.
like.
Big time. This is workplace harassment.
No, that's awful. I quit.
You you can't quit. You sound like me when I'm in pain.
Yes, I quit. You're causing me pain.
Anyway. So, only 12
Así que solo 12 quedaron.
got what Yahusha came to give.
Recibieron lo que Yahusha vino a dar.
Eternal life.
Jaim, vida perpetua.
Eternal life.
Vida perpetua.
Pardon of sins.
Perdón de pecados.
Removal of iniquities.
Eliminación de iniquidades.
Removal of the original sin.
El quitar del pecado original.
All the gifts and the benefits that Mashiach was born to give.
Todos los regalos y provechos que Mashiach nació para dar.
They walked away.
Se fueron, lo abandonaron.
Because they didn't understand they had found the way, the truth, the life, Yochanan 14:6,
Porque no-
and the bread of life,
no comprendieron
Yochanan 6.
Que habían encontrado a Yahusha, el Lechem Jaim, el pan de la vida, Juan 6.
They misunderstood his teaching.
Malentendieron su enseñanza.
And that is one of the danger points of people who could be mature and built up and have their lives
Y
changed.
ese es uno de los puntos de peligro cuando las personas pueden ser edificadas, transformadas y
But
que sus vidas sean
They listen to
cambiadas.
some lies
Pero escuchan algunas
or some
mentiras,
gossip.
algunos chismes
designed to pull them away from their mentor.
diseñados para jalarlos
In
de
that
su
case, their
mentor.
Savior.
Y en ese caso fue su redentor.
And all those who followed him, they ate from his
Y
lunches,
todos aquellos que lo seguían comían de sus almuerzos.
when he fed the thousands.
Cuando le daba de comer a los miles.
All those people missed out on the true purpose of his,
Toda esa
of his
gente
coming to this
se
earth.
perdió del real propósito de su venida a esta tierra.
And only 12.
Y solo 12.
And then on Shavuot it grew to
Y
120.
luego en Shavuot creció a
And
120.
then through the preaching of the one who petered the womb,
Y
Peter,
luego a través de
Peter,
aquel que
The womb opener,
traspasó
the
o
womb
abrió el vientre,
3,000 became followers.
3,000 se hicieron seguidores.
So
Maybe
we
the
got
same
to
that
be
left.
careful.
Maybe the same that left came back.
I doubt it.
¿No?
We got to be careful
Así que tenemos que tener cuidado.
that we don't take ourselves out of his calling, his will, and the Torah of place
Que no nos saquemos nosotros mismos de su Torah, de su voluntad, de
by
la
our
instrucción,
presumptions,
de la instrucción de la ubicación, el
by
lugar,
hearing something
a través de las asunciones, a
that
través de
offends us or challenges us,
oír algo que nos ofende, que nos reta,
or something that we think we hear,
o algo que pensamos que
or
escuchamos,
something that we think should not be taught
o algo
or
que
said.
pensamos que no debe de ser enseñado ni dicho.
Now, didn't Yahusha confront the religious leaders of his
Y
day?
que no fue que Yahusha
Hello?
confrontó a los líderes religiosos de su yom.
He says, you hypocrite.
Él les dijo, ustedes hipócritas.
You're not just hypocrite.
No solamente son hipócritas.
You're not just vipers.
No solamente son víboras.
You're a brood.
Son un
You're a
montón.
colony
Una colonia
not only you're a colony of vipers,
no solamente son una colonia de víboras,
you are ambassadors or shlichim of hell.
son embajadores de el infierno.
What was Yahusha doing?
¿Qué estaba haciendo Yahusha?
He was plundering doctrines and teachings, the leaven of the Pharisees,
Estaba saqueando las enseñanzas, la levadura de los
to feed them the
fariseos,
whole wheat unleavened bread.
para darles de comer el ejem de trigo integral.
Yes?
¿Sí?
To get them, to wean them
Para ayudarles a desacostumbrarse
off of that bread
de ese lejem perverso,
with leaven
con levadura,
that would end up in them being Talmidim,
que acabaría en que ellos fueran talmidim,
disciples
aprendices
of hell.
del infierno.
But in order to rescue these souls,
Pero para poder rescatar a estos seres, a estas
he had
almas,
to destroy that theology
él tenía que destruir esa teología
before they were repositioned
antes de que fueran reposicionados
to be his Talmidim.
para ser sus talmidim.
And if you don't have that teaching, I recommend that you run to get it.
Y si no tienes esa enseñanza, te recomiendo que corras a conseguirla.
It's on our YouTube channel.
Está en nuestra página de YouTube.
It's on our YouTube channel.
Está en nuestra página de YouTube.
And it's called the Torah of Place.
Y se conoce como el título es La Torah del lugar.
You remember that teaching?
Yes, I do.
Excellent.
Yes,
Because the
excellent.
Ruach was really nailing it.
La Ruach estaba marcando todos los puntos que teníamos que
It
aprender.
basically goes like this. You're not ordained to prosper and grow and to be a mature disciple in any place, but in the place
El resumen de esa
that he chose
enseñanza,
for you.
el resumen de esa enseñanza es que tú no vas a crecer ni a incrementar en tu progreso sin que estés plantado y ubicado en el lugar que Yahuwah ha designado para tu
You
desarrollo.
don't have to be liked by everybody, but just by the right somebody.
No todo mundo, no le tienes que caer bien a todo mundo, sino que a la persona específica.
You as a believer don't belong everywhere.
Tú como
There
creyente
are other believers gathered.
no perteneces en donde quiera que hayan creyentes, perteneces en un solo lugar.
You belong somewhere.
En un solo lugar.
You do belong somewhere.
Sí, perteneces en un lugar, tienes una casa.
So this was the person.
Así que esta fue la
This
persona.
was the way, the truth, the life.
Este era el camino, la realidad
This
y la
was the
vida.
place that they would be drinking from the fountain of youth.
El lugar donde tenían que beber del manantial de la juventud.
Not in St. Augustine.
Que no está en San Agustín. That water tastes like toilet water.
No, it's bad water.
Esa agua sabe a agua de excusado.
To get the whole
Agua
wheat
fea.
unleavened bread
Para conseguir el ejem de trigo integral
without
sin levadura,
preservatives or human additives,
sin preservativos, sin adiciones artificiales,
and the Ma'im Chaim,
y la Mayim Chaim, el agua de vida,
the living water.
el agua viviente.
And they left.
Y se fueron.
And I know that through the years, many people, because they perceive, or they even if they hear something that they did hear,
Y sé que mucha gente a través de los años, ya que perciben algo o escuchan algo que ellos piensan que
they
escucharon,
violated the commandments in Mishle, Proverbs,
transgreden los mandamientos en Mishle Proverbios,
that say a fool judges and acts upon a matter before he fully understands or knows a matter.
dice que
The word says
fatuo
that's a fool.
actúa y juzga sobre una cuestión sin conocer la totalidad de la realidad acerca de esa
It's like a
cuestión.
man and a woman who like each other.
Es como un hombre y una mujer que se gustan,
But the woman doesn't make goo-goo eyes the first time that they meet.
pero la mujer no le hace ojitos el primer momento que se conocen.
He gets offended
Él se ofende
and thinks she has no
y
interest,
piensa que ella no tiene
but
interés,
she's just being cautious and
pero
conservative.
ella simplemente está siendo cuidadosa y
And
conservativa.
he walks away from his future wife.
Y él se aparta de su esposa futura.
Because based on eye contact or lack thereof,
Porque basado en el verse, en el tener contacto de vista o no
he
tenerlo,
prejudged a matter
hace prejuicio de una cuestión
before discerning her intention or her desire
antes de discernir su
and letting it
intención
manifest over time.
o su anhelo y dejarlo manifestarse a través del tiempo.
See?
¿Sí?
And so presumption is a
Sí.
sin.
Así que la presunción es un pecado.
Presumption is a sin.
La presunción es un pecado.
We presume a matter without allowing the matter to unfold so that we can judge according to the Ruach righteously and correctly.
Asumimos una cuestión sin dejar que eso se desarrolle y poder reunir suficiente información para poder juzgar sobre ese tema correctamente.
And that's one of the reasons we're growing.
Y esa es una de las razones que estamos creciendo.
There are a lot of people who have been running from this ministry
Hay muchas personas que han estado huyendo
because
de
they
este
heard bull
ministerio
crap about us.
porque oyeron basura acerca de nosotros.
Pardon my French.
Perdonen su francés.
So instead of drinking
En lugar de beber
and eating the
y
food,
comer la comida
the spiritual food,
espiritual
and enjoying chavurah with other saints,
y gozar de convivencia con otros
they
kiddushim
prejudged
apartados, hacen un prejuicio
and they ran.
y huyen, se van
Or
corriendo
they perceived something that wasn't there.
o perciben algo que no estaba ahí.
We've had people who have been here for a year,
Hemos tenido personas que han estado aquí por un año
or maybe even longer,
o quizás aún más
and they thought I was harsh.
y pensaron que yo era duro.
Why was I harsh?
¿Por qué era yo duro?
Because I told them not to be late for service.
Porque les dije que no llegaran tarde al servicio.
Or I told them, I gave them structure.
Les di estructura.
People are so poisoned against leaders today.
La gente tiene tanto veneno
Poisoned!
en contra de los líderes de estos tiempos
That when you give them firm structure,
que cuando uno les da estructura firme,
they receive it as dictatorship.
la reciben como un
Because you're so used to a free-for-all.
como si uno estuviera actuando como un dictador.
And the kingdom doesn't work that way.
Y el reino no funciona así.
Yahweh says, you want to do Shabbat?
Yahweh dice, ¿quieres hacer Shabbat?
Here are the instructions.
Aquí están las instrucciones.
No cooking,
No puedes cocinar,
no working,
no puedes trabajar
for money.
para dinero.
You want to work? Clean the table.
Si quieres trabajar, limpia la mesa,
Clean my altar.
limpia mi altar,
Clean my chairs where
Limpia mis
my
sillas.
saints worship me.
en donde mis kiddushim me
You want to work
adoran.
on Shabbat?
Si quieres trabajar en Shabbat,
Come here and work.
ven a trabajar,
But not for money.
pero no para dinero,
Not for pay.
no para paga.
So every means by which we are called to follow our Savior
Así que toda manera a través de la cual somos llamados a seguir a nuestro Redentor
requires structure.
requiere estructura.
To me, Torah is the furthest thing from law,
Para mí, Torah es lo más lejos de la ley.
right?
Yes.
Torah in its essence
Torah en su esencia
is not even
ni
instruction,
siquiera son instrucciones.
even though it is instruction.
Aunque sí lo son.
Even though instructions is the definition.
Aunque la definición de Torah
At
es
the core of its
instrucciones.
essence,
Instrucción en el meollo de su
What is
esencia.
Torah?
¿Qué es Torah? Structure.
structure.
Estructura.
So that you know how to build his house and you don't wind up building your own basement.
Para saber cómo construir la casa de él y no acabes tú
law.
construyendo tu sótano.
Not slavery,
No es ley, no es esclavitud.
not bondage.
No es esclavitud.
In essence.
En esencia.
So when you have religious systems
Así que cuando hay sistemas religiosos
who reject his Torah,
que rechazan su Torah,
what happens?
¿qué pasa?
There's no structure.
No hay estructura.
Or even more dangerous,
O aún más peligroso,
what fills the void of a lack of structure
lo que llena el vacío de la falta de estructura
is the pastor's wife
es la esposa del pastor
giving you her opinion.
dándote su opinión de
You
ella,
know you can't disrespect the
sus
pastor's
opiniones.
wife.
Y tú sabes que no puedes faltarle al respeto a la esposa
So
del
now you're
pastor.
under man's law.
Así que ya estás bajo la ley del hombre.
No movies,
No puedes ver
can't
películas,
play
no
checkers,
puedes jugar ajedrez,
you can't buy a lottery
no
ticket,
puedes comprar un boleto de lotería,
you can't do anything that this world has to offer.
no puedes hacer nada que este mundo te quiera ofrecer,
While they do it.
mientras que ellos sí lo hacen.
So you gotta have structure.
Así que tienes que tener
You can't
estructura.
have synagogue, mosque, or church
No puedes tener una sinagoga, mezquita o iglesia
without structure.
sin la estructura.
So it all comes down to what structure is being injected or allowed
Así que todo se
to
resume
permeate
a qué estructura se está permitiendo que entre
a place of worship.
en un lugar de adoración.
It will be his structure,
Será su estructura,
Torah,
Torah,
or man's structure.
o la estructura del hombre.
The same two-faced, double-minded clown
El mismo payaso de dos caras
that gets up and says, we don't have to obey the eternal laws of Yahuwah.
Que se levanta y dice, no tenemos que obedecer las leyes perpetuas de Yahuwah.
In the next sentence,
Y en la próxima oración
warns you not to speed,
te advierte de no correr en velocidad en las carreteras,
not to urinate in public,
de no orinarte en público,
all right? Not to break the laws
de no quebrantar las leyes,
by selling and buying stock,
al vender y comprar
shares, Freddie shares and stocks,
valores
through insider trading.
a través de intercambio de personas en el interior.
Okay? Out of the next sentence.
Ok, de la próxima oración,
To obey man's laws, but don't worry about his laws.
de obedecer las leyes
Some
del
guy
hombre,
named Jesus took care of that.
pero no preocuparte de las leyes del Todopoderoso, porque un hombre llamado Jesús se deshizo de todos esos requisitos.
So if we want to be like Messiah, when we encounter that kind of religion that stops man from being blessed by obedience,
Así que si quieres ser como Mashiach, que se topa con ese tipo de,
Oh, yeah.
de
Oh, yeah.
religión y mentalidad al prohibir la obediencia correcta,
oh yeah, the most loving thing we can do
lo más amable que podemos hacer
is to confront
es confrontar
the Pharisaic religious systems of the day,
los sistemas religiosos farisaicos
in order
fariseos de
that
Yom,
the victims
para que las víctimas
may be saved.
puedan ser
And
rescatadas.
that's what I see our ministry all about.
Y de eso se trata nuestro ministerio.
We disciple,
Entrenamos,
we mentor,
instruimos, mentoreamos.
and one of our banners that we fly high
Y uno de los pendones que anunciamos altamente
is Chazon,
es Jazón,
Gilyana,
Giliana, Revelación
18:4.
18:4.
And what does Revelation 18:4 say?
¿Y qué dice Revelación 18:4?
How do you say go out? Ven?
Vayan,
Huh? Vayan de ella mi pueblo.
váyanse de entre ella,
Usted quiere estar en mi pueblo.
salid de ella.
La primera cosa. Did I say that right? La primera cosa.
The first thing,
Bien. Sale de ella.
váyanse de entre ella.
Don't come to me.
out of her, my people.
Don't come to me.
No vengan a mí.
First come out of that.
Primero váyanse de allá.
People don't like that.
Y a la gente no le
Because
gusta eso.
that
Porque eso
is what grandma and grandpa and all my friends do.
es lo que mi abuela y mi abuelo y todos mis amigos hacen.
So do you want your friends?
Así que quieres a tus amigos,
Friendship with friends?
amistad con tus amigos
Or
o
friendship with Yahusha?
amistad con Yahusha. Baruch
See,
Hashem Yahuwah.
those Talmidim left him
A veces esos Talmidim lo abandonaron
over one teaching.
acerca de
He
por causa de una
fed them,
enseñanza.
he loved them, he clothed them, he revealed the things from their father's throne.
Les dio de comer,
And it took
les
one teaching
cubrió sus cuerpos, les enseñaba y les revelaba cosas que venían directas del trono de su Abba, pero por causa de una sola enseñanza,
It took one teaching
solo con una enseñanza,
for them to leave.
fue lo único bastante para que se fueran.
And nothing's changed.
Y nada ha cambiado.
People will listen to me and to Yahuwah's voice through me.
La gente me
That's
escucha
right,
a
I
mí
said it.
y escucha la voz de Yahuwah a través de mí. Sí,
Yahuwah's voice
yo lo dije, la voz de Yahuwah
that speaks through me
que habla a través de mí.
on more than one occasion.
En más de una ocasión.
And got offended.
Y se ofenden.
And it negated everything
Y negó todo
that
esa ofensa
fed them and helped them to grow
que les daba de comer y que les ayudaba a crecer
for 5, 6, 7 years.
por 5 o 7 años.
That's exactly what happened.
Y eso es exactamente lo que pasó.
And he was left with 12.
Y se quedó con solo 12.
And then he didn't worry about it. He turned to the remaining 12.
Y luego no se preocupó de ello, volteó a los 12 que le
And he
quedaban.
said, Are your bags packed also?
Y les preguntó, ¿ustedes ya empacaron sus maletas también?
Are you going to also leave?
Ya se van de igual manera.
People say, you know, the community of Goshen B'Tzafon is not made up of hundreds.
La gente dice, pues
It's a
sabes,
smaller group.
la comunidad allá en Goshen B'Tzafon no se compone de 100, es un grupo más
So the
pequeño.
worldly church thinking is it can't be blessed if it's not big.
Así que el mundo que piensa de acuerdo a las personas que piensan de acuerdo a lo que piensa
But
el mundo,
Yahusha-
piensan que por no ser grande, pues no debe de ser bendito.
But Yahushua knew it was easier to build souls and strong Talmidim that will be ready to rule with him in the kingdom.
Pero Yahusha sabía que era más fácil edificar seres, personas que quisieran gobernar y reinar con él en el reino,
If he can get rid of people
si se puede deshacer de personas,
from hundreds
de cienes
to 70
a 70
to 12.
a 12.
And then he tested the 12.
Y luego probó a los 12.
And he says, are you going to leave me with just Peter, James, and John? Are you all going to go? And you're going to leave me with 3?
Y luego dijo, y ustedes igual se van, me dejan con solo 3, Pedro, Yohanan, Juan y Jacob, Santiago.
So apparently he didn't believe in numbers.
Así que aparentemente él no creía en números.
Am I right?
¿Cierto?
Apparently
No,
he
wrong.
knew that he can accomplish
Wrong.
that he could accomplish more
Aparentemente él sabía que podía cumplir con más o hacer
with
más
3 or 12
con 3 o 12
who were fully dedicated
que estuvieran completamente
and understood the
dedicados
Torah of
y
place.
comprendían la instrucción del lugar,
Because under someone else's ministry,
porque bajo el ministerio de otra persona
those 12 would not have been saved
esos 12 no hubieran
or
sido
would not have been
redimidos,
redeemed
no hubieran sido
or would
redimidos.
have not. So they didn't belong any place.
Así que no pertenecían en ningún otro
You don't
lugar.
belong
Y
just any place.
tú no perteneces en
You
cualquier
don't
lugar.
belong with just any place of any pastor who's a Bible believer.
Tú no perteneces en cualquier lugar que tenga algún pastor que crea en la Biblia,
But you do belong someplace.
pero sí perteneces en algún
Yahweh has
lugar.
made sure that he has some field
Yahweh ha confirmado que él tenga algo de campo
for you to be planted.
en el que tú puedas ser
And
sembrado.
when you find that
Y
place,
cuando tú encuentres ese lugar,
you build it up.
tú lo construyes, lo edificas,
You serve
sirves
your brothers and sisters.
a tus fraternos y
You
fraternas.
don't ask what the place can do for me.
No preguntas, ¿qué puede hacer ese lugar
But
por
I'm
mí?
coming here to benefit and help and assist and lift up others in that place.
Pero yo vengo ahí para poder levantar, ayudar, asistir a otros en ese lugar.
And you'll do fine.
Y estarás todo,
And you do fine.
estarás todo. You were talking about being afraid of not being close to your grandparents anymore and your friends. Hablaba usted de ya no poder estar uno cerca de sus abuelos, sus amigos, and doing the things that they do, the culture in which they live, y de hacer las cosas que ellos hacen y la cultura en la que ellos viven. But immediately the thought came to my mind of being cut off from Israel. So you can either be cut off from Israel and living with the world, o puedes ser cortado de Israel. Vino el pensamiento a mí de ser cortado.
Or living,
Oh,
or
puedes-
living with other believers.
Puedes ser cortado de
Forget
Israel
the world.
y vivir con el mundo, o, dice Sholia, vivir con otros creyentes
Who don't have the structure of heaven,
que no tienen la estructura de los Shamaim,
which is the Torah.
que es Torah.
So you could make people make the mistake
Así que la gente comete el error
of being taught by their born again friends,
de ser enseñados por sus amigos nacidos de nuevo,
but they don't have the structure of heaven.
pero no tienen la estructura de los
That is
Shamaim.
also dangerous
Y eso igual es peligroso,
because
Right.
it cannot keep you on the straight and narrow path.
porque no te puede mantener en el camino derecho y
Only
angosto.
the Torah
Solo Torah,
that kept Yahusha
que mantuvo a Yahusha
on the straight and narrow path.
en el camino
Yes?
derecho y
If
angosto.
Yahusha had departed or broken,
Si Yahusha hubiera apartadose o quebrantado,
the Torah.
la Torah.
He couldn't even have been our Redeemer.
Ni siquiera pudo haber calificado para ser nuestro Redentor.
If he didn't assemble on Shabbat,
Si él no se hubiera asambleado en el Shabbat,
if he stayed home on Shabbat,
si él se quedara en casa en los Shabbats,
because the synagogue was too far and he didn't have gas,
porque la sinagoga estaba demasiado lejos y no tenía el gasolina,
could he have been our Messiah?
pudo él haber sido nuestro Mashiach.
So, if he needed that structure
Entonces, si él necesitaba esa
to
estructura
keep him on the straight and narrow path,
para mantenerlo a él en el camino derecho y
you
angosto,
can't make the mistake of Christians
tú no puedes cometer el error de los cristianos
who think that
que
Christianity
piensan que la cristiandad
is the straight and narrow
es
path.
el camino derecho y angosto.
No, it's not.
No lo es.
Torah
Torah
is how you stay
es como te quedas
on the way.
en el camino.
Yahusha is the way.
Yahusha es el camino.
But in order to stay on the way,
Pero para poder mantenerte en
you
ese
have to be
camino,
like and walk like he did
tienes que ser como él y caminar como él
in this world.
en este
And
mundo.
just because you're 70 years or 80 years old doesn't mean you can't
Y
change.
solo porque tengas 70,
You
80
better change.
años de edad no quiere decir que no puedes cambiar. Más vale que cambies. While there's
Because
still
if,
breath.
because if you don't change, Matthew 7 will apply to you.
Porque si no cambias, Mateo 7 se aplicará
And what
a
does
ti.
Matthew chapter 7 teach
¿Y
us?
qué nos enseña Mateo 7?
In verses 36 through 41.
En versos 36 a 41.
In that day,
En ese día, ese
meaning in
yom.
the day you go to meet him,
Hablando del yom en que te vas a ir a encontrar con
you're going to
él.
greet him and saying, "Hey Lord, what's up?
Vas a decirle, hola, shalom, soberano, ¿qué pasa?
¿Qué pasó, amistad?
Amigo,
Amigo. What's up, Lord?"
¿qué pasa, soberano?
And Yahusha says,
Y Yahusha te
"Why do you
dice,
call me master?
¿por qué me dices soberano?
Adon.
Adón,
I don't know you.
yo no te conozco.
Where'd you come from?"
¿De dónde llegaste? ¿Quién eres?
Matter of fact,
Es más,
this is a crowded house right now.
esta es una casa muy llena de personas.
Depart from me,
Apártate de mí.
you who work
¿Tú
lawlessness.
qué haces? Prescindes de Torah.
The Greek word is anomo.
La palabra griega es anomo.
Without the spirit of instruction and structure.
Sin
Get
el
out of
es-
here.
sin
You
el
call
es-
me Lord. You done now? Get out of here.
Sin el
Get
espíritu.
out of here.
Sin el
Get
es-
out of here. Go ahead.
sin el espíritu de estructura. Vete de aquí.
What a deception.
Y de instrucción. ¡Qué decepción!
Why?
¿Por qué?
Because you thought you were in the straight and narrow way, meaning Yahusha.
Porque pensabas que estabas en el camino derecho y angosto, queriendo decir Yahusha,
But he is not
pero él no
the
es
straight and narrow walk.
el caminar derecho y angosto.
He is the way
Él es el camino.
to the Father.
Alaba.
But in order to stay in that lane
Pero para poder mantenerte en esa vía
and not get sidetracked or change
y
lanes,
no desviarte,
you need to know where the stop signs are.
necesitas saber dónde están los altos,
You need to know where the curb is.
dónde están las curvas,
You need to know where the pedestrian walkways
en
are.
dónde caminan los peatones. Ujú. So you don't run your neighbor over.
Or you don't die thinking you were on the road all your life and you had gotten off the road 40 years ago.
Para que no pienses que mueras pensando que estuviste en el camino toda tu vida, pero todos los 40 años pasados estuviste en el camino errado.
So if I'm 80
Así que si yo tengo 80 años de
and I'm
edad
being introduced now to Torah,
y se me está introduciendo la Torah,
I'm grateful.
yo doy hodú, gracias.
Because now when I go to be with Yahusha,
Porque en este tiempo, ya cuando yo me vaya a ir a estar con Yahusha,
he's not going to say, get out of here.
él no me va a decir, vete de
You
aquí.
spend all your believing, notice,
Pasaste-
all your believing life
Toda tu vida de creyente y no tan creyente,
being against my structure,
estando yendo en contra de mi estructura.
Anoma.
Anoma.
against my structure.
En contra de mi estructura.
You know, I was thinking before we begin to teach
Y
it,
estaba meditando antes de que iniciemos la enseñanza. Oh, that wasn't the teaching.
That wasn't the teaching.
Esa no era la enseñanza.
that was the prep.
Esa era la preparación.
I was thinking,
Your beginning monologue.
I was thinking the other day,
Estaba meditando el otro yo.
you know, on Facebook we have friends,
En Facebook tenemos amigos,
and in Espanol I believe it's amistad, friendship.
amistad en español, sí.
So I was thinking about friendship
Estaba yo meditando en la amistad
and the root of the word.
y en la raíz allá. Exactly.
Ami.
That's why my email is called Elwi Ami.
Okay, what does stad mean? Is there a meaning to the word stad?
Amistad. I think it's, well, I believe it's connected to the word state, friendship state.
The state of being a nation. Mm-hmm. So it's very interesting that even in the world or in religion,
es muy interesante que aún en el mundo o en la
or on
religión
Facebook, people want to be in friendship.
o en Facebook la gente quiere estar en amistad.
But the very word itself
Pero la palabra misma,
says, in order to be a true friend of Yahuwah
que para realmente ser un amigo de Yahuwah
and to develop friendship one with another,
y desarrollar la amistad del uno con el otro,
we have to be in a state of nationhood.
tenemos que estar en un estado de nacionalidad.
Stato de ami,
A mí,
in a state of being the commonwealth of Israel.
en el estado de ser la mancomunidad de Israel, amigos.
To have true amistad.
Ajá, para tener la real amistad. See, the word amistad has the word ami, nation,
Ami.
my nation.
Or even Miami, Florida.
O así como Miami, Florida. Sí.
My nation.
Mi nación.
And it's no accident that in the early 1960s
Y no es accidente que en los 1960s,
there
al
was a
temprano
mass migration
inicio, hubo una migración
of Jews
masiva
from up north
de judíos del norte
and around the world
y de por todo el mundo
to a place
a un lugar
started by a Jew,
iniciado por un judío,
by a Fisher,
Flag of Fisher,
by Mr. Fisher,
por un señor llamado Fisher,
Carl Fisher.
Carlos Fisher,
Carl Fisher also built the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
que igual construyó la vía de carreras International Motor Speedway.
Indianapolis.
Oh, Indianapolis.
He built Indianapolis.
Interesting.
So the guy that built Miami Beach,
Así que el hombre que construyó la playa de Miami,
a Yehudi,
un yahudí,
built the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
construyó la carretera de carreras a Indianapolis.
And at Indianapolis, of course, they developed the first mirror. They developed aerodynamics. So all the things that we have on cars today
Breakthroughs for cars.
was a breakthrough through a Jew, through a Jewish man.
Y allí mismo en Indianapolis se desarrolló mucha tecnología, muchas
And of course,
cosas que avanzaron a
the anti-Semite Ford,
la tecnología
Henry Ford,
automotriz, tal como el espejo de ver hacia atrás y otras cosas.
entered that same field.
Who? Say that
Henry
again.
Ford
Oh, y Henry Ford
was an anti-Semite.
se conectó a ese campo de automotriz.
But getting back to Amistad,
Pero regresando a la palabra amistad,
to have true friendship,
de tener una real
you
amistad,
have to be, as a follower of Mashiach,
así como uno seguidor de
to
Mashiach,
be in amistad with him.
tienes que estar en amistad con él.
You have to recognize that you don't need a denomination,
Tienes que reconocer que no necesitas una
a small
denominación,
nation,
una nación
or
pequeña
non-denomination.
o una no
People think,
denominación.
oh, I'm not in a denomination. I'm